My life's work has always been supporting vulnerable populations. And when we focus on those who have the least advantages, we lift all boats. And in each one of these organizations prior to joining Treehouse, we work to create positive change for youth who are experiencing foster care. Because when the state is your parent, and the state is your educator, and the state is your disciplinarian via the justice system, our youth are at risk of being forgotten by everyone. And the intersection between youth in care and houselessness is staggering, and it is a constant concern for us. Because 40% of houseless youth are or were experiencing foster care. And because of systemic racism, youth of color are disproportionately represented in the foster care system. And here at Treehouse, we are committed to working in community as we design long-term actions toward becoming a multicultural, anti-racist organization. Because no youth should be singled out for a more difficult life just because of the color of their skin. Everyone, every child, every youth deserves a future that they choose for themselves. And Treehouse offers a unique opportunity for all of us to make substantial and sustained population-level change that delivers equity. Because we must support and empower our youth so that by the time they graduate from high school, when their story is really just beginning to be written, that the book isn't closed on any of them. During the past year, I have learned a lot, and I am still learning every day. But I've learned more than anything about the value of human connections through partnership, because witnessing the successes of our youth has so much meaning during this time. And I haven't had the chance to meet many of our youth in person because of the pandemic, but I have met some of them virtually. And one of the youth I've met this way is Leroy. He's now 22. And he's been partnering with Treehouse since he was 10 years old. You may remember Leroy from Champions a few years ago. He inspired everyone with his rousing speech and his beautiful saxophone playing. He's now tutoring children part-time as he studies mathematics and works to become a teacher. And you'll be happy to know that he is still playing that saxophone as often as he can, and that's the instrument that Treehouse purchased for him all of those years ago. Leroy is such an inspiration to me, as are all of our youth. I am absolutely confident that through partnership with you and our youth, we are going to change the world, not just for them, but with them, as we incorporate their voices into changing systems that are designed to nourish them and their aspirations, as opposed to caretaking them. So as I join you live from this store, surrounded by all of your generous donations, I am struck by how extraordinarily generous our community is in current times and under these most extraordinary circumstances. We have seen the most incredible acts of kindness and love come through from you. And when you see that people care so much about children that they did not bear themselves, that is humbling and that is inspiring. So as I mentioned earlier, our ultimate goal is change the system so that it truly benefits all youth experiencing foster care. Because we must create a system that cares about all children as much as we care about our own, and as much as we love the people whom we love. Technically, the state steps in to fill the role of parent for youth in foster care, but that makes all of us their parents, and these are our children. The biggest challenge is also our biggest hope and aspiration: change the world and change the system so that youth in foster care have every advantage and not every disadvantage. So regardless of where you live in the state, the challenges are similar. The solution is to evolve the system over time as we rally and inspire and care for our youth in real time and work with other agencies to serve them. So we must all acknowledge what the issues are. And if we agree that every single child deserves to be loved, fed, clothed, educated, and have their dreams supported, then we together will find a way to make that happen. And again, none of this would be possible without the numerous partnerships we rely on with thousands of generous donors, volunteers, organizations, foundations, legislators, caregivers, educators, social workers, and our passionate and dedicated staff at Treehouse. You all come together to make a difference. And we continue to make real progress because nationwide, only about 50% of youth in foster care graduate from high school. But when a student partners with Treehouse and are able to stay engaged through their senior year and beyond, their completion rate is 75%. That is an incredible start, and it's only the beginning. So thank you. Thank you for being here today and for spending time virtually with us, for investing in our vital work, and most importantly, thank you for everything you do to support our youth.